House staging tips, the ultimate guide to home presentation for a fast sale. Building regulations are something not a lot of us know an awful lot about, unless, of course, we're in the industry. However, you'd be surprised at how homeowners can be impacted by them. In England it's building regulations, whereas in Scotland it's building warrant. These terms are used very simply to cover all of the structural aspects of a building project that follow the regulations themselves. Planning permission, in comparison, is more subjective, whereas building regulations are largely objective. If you are to apply for building regulations, then your application will either conform to the regulations stipulated and be approved, or will not conform and will therefore be rejected. However, it is also worth noting that within those strict regulations, there is often room for rationality, and inspectors are well within their rights to start a negotiation. In some circumstances, the regulations may be able to be relaxed. Still a little confused by all of that? Well, you're in luck. Today, we're going to be sharing with you our fully inclusive guide to the world of building regulations, how they work, and when they might come into play. What actually are building regulations? First off, we're going to be starting right at the beginning of things in explaining what building regulations actually are in a little more depth than above. These regulations, if you go into full detail on them, are very extensive. You can read them in their full form on the government, community websites, but we're going to simplify it for you a little today. Very simply, if your project is up against building regulations, then you as a company must comply with the following. Part A, structure. Part B, fire safety. Part C, damp and contamination. Part D, toxicity. Part E, sound. Part F, ventilation. Part G, hygiene. Part H, drainage. Part J, fuel. Part K, on-site safety. Part 50, the conservation of fuel and power. Part M, access. Part N, glazing. Part P, electrics. We told you it was pretty extensive, didn't we? Building regulations go down as approved documents and are updated reasonably regularly. If you are a designer or builder, then you, and them, must be fully aware of all up-to-date regulations, and whether or not there have been any changes to them. For the process to continue, a building control inspector must be employed. They will be there to ensure that the project meets all of the building regulations in full. How much does all of it cost? Cost is one of the biggest factors that put people off building projects. So how much does it cost to go through the rigmarole of being approved by building regulations, and to follow all of the necessary precautions? The application itself must be accompanied by the relevant fees, which will cover the application as well as the upcoming inspections. The vast majority of local authorities will have a free calculator tool available to use on their website. Their fees depend on a variety of different factors, including the size of the project itself, the type of work actually involved, the number of overall visits required. A private company will usually be willing to negotiate fees with you. Once the application is lodged in England, Northern Ireland, and Wales, the work can commence on site within as little as 48 hours. However, this is not possible if you are situated in Scotland. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
If you're trying to sell but it's not going well, if you can't get a sale and the estate agent fell, now is the time for you to jump and praise. 7 days with Lisa Hayes, where the price she pays, you'll be amazed. She's a national cash buyer, and she'll pay you much higher today.